In this video, I'm going to teach you how to export your two views. But first, before we do that, I want to make one little tiny tweak. And that is, I want to show you how to move this pendant light. Now, I made the mistake when I created this, and I actually centered it on the center of the drop ceiling. But really, this pendant light needs to be centered above the dining room table. And so what we're going to do is first begin by drawing a line on the diagonal of the dining room table so that we can find the center point of the table. And then we're going to move the light fixture to be just above that. And so this is just whoops, I'm getting lost here. This is just kind of a picky thing. I'm not even sure that you would be able to see it in the perspective, but just on the odd chance that you can, we might as well get it perfect. Now I'm drawing these guidelines, and what's happening is, of course, it's creating faces on the table itself, which we don't want. But it's helpful because it's going to allow us to get the view that we want. This is the part of SketchUp that makes it a little bit difficult. When you zoom in, you find yourself stuck inside walls once in a while. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to draw a line on the blue axis coming straight up. You can see that blue line? That line's going straight up. And right now, we don't actually have a good spot for it to end on the face, but you can see right there, that's where it would hit on the ceiling right above it. And so now all we have to do is grab our light fixture, and we're going to move the center line of the escutcheon plate here, and we're going to move it to the top of the line that we just drew. So in order to do that, we have to make sure that we grab the very top of this thing. And it's probably actually right at the center point. It's probably not quite at the center point here. See the midpointing group? That's what we want to grab. And then that's what we'll put at the end point of that line right there. And then we're just going to bring it down just a little bit because that's the midpoint of the actual light fixture. Inside, it's the midpoint of the center of that escutcheon plate. So we're going to bring it down just a little bit. Straight down. Perfect. Okay, now it's centered where we want it to be. So I'm going to just delete a couple of those lines because I don't want them to cause problems later. And now we're going to have a really beautiful pair of views. So in order to export our views, it's really straightforward. We're going to go to one point perspective here, and we're going to go to export 2D graphic. We've done this before. And we're going to save this as SketchUp 1 point perspective. And we'll call this module 2 so that we know. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy this. We're going to make sure to put it in whichever folder that we're going to hunt for it later when we go to upload the assignment. And I'm going to put it here. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. We'll export that view. Okay, and then our two views will be ready to go.